now 7 o'clock. We'll call the November 10th, 2025 Williamstown Select Board meeting to order. The first item is to pledge allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all for coming. Got a pretty good idea why we got such good attendance. If there's any comments with regards to the town manager's position, we will deal with that under the town manager report. I'll give you an update of what's happening with that at that time. In the meantime, there's a laminated sheet up there at the back shelf where you sign in, and if anybody hasn't signed in, they should. It tells how the meetings are run. If anybody's got any questions on that, they can review that. And the first item is set the agenda. You guys have the revised agenda with you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody want to make motions?
I make a motion to accept it as written.
I'll second it.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Discussion,
Oh,
we need to have a discussion, correct, after?
go ahead.
Yeah, I think it would be good for new business to, well, I had two things brought up to me. First, probably when most people are here, is discussing a financial audit when the town manager Higgins was town manager. I think it's roughly 14 and a half years. That's what a lot of residents have been asking for, so add that to new business. And then also, I got a phone call today that there is a camper at the town garage that might have someone living in it.
Good luck. To a better place, sorry. I'm dealing with it for.
So we could add those to the agenda.
No, that's Dave.
So you would like to add that to the agenda?
Yeah, those were brought up to me.
So funny.
Okay,
Okay.
it'll be under new business. Audit. And camper at the town garage?
Yes. Yeah.
I believe,
That one came out of left field.
I believe that's Dave's son's camper, that the tire went flat and that's where it landed, that's my understanding.
Well, we'll discuss it.
Okay. All right.
Camper.
Everything's.
Okay. Guess it never ends. So, here, everybody in favor of the revised agenda?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay. Next item is a review of local public comments. That was that sheet I just talked to you about up there. Is there any select board announcements?
No announcements, but I did have a citizen, I don't know if this is the right time for a public comment. Would you like me to read her email now for public comment?
Select board comment, but that's all right, go ahead.
Okay, well, I'll wait until public, no select board announcement, that were public. My bad, none from me there.
What's the next on the list?
Yeah,
Is there any public announcements? Megan?
The rec board's gonna be doing a Christmas tree lighting on December 6th at 4 p.m. if everybody will join us in town for that. There will be Christmas carols and cookies and hot chocolate.
What day was that?
December 6th.
Thank you.
What time? What time?
4
o'clock,
p.m.
thank you.
Anybody else have anything? How do you wanna do that thing on the public?
yes, so I received an email from Daniel Moffett. Good evening, board. In light of the recent arrest of town manager Jacqueline Higgins, I respectfully request the select board schedule a full audit of Williamstown's financial records covering the entirety of her tenure. I'd also ask that any board members who have a personal relationship with Miss Higgins, it is Miss Higgins, recuse themselves from investigative process so that we can all stand united in confidence of its fidelity. My husband and I have reviewed recent town reports and posed questions during public meetings. However, Ms. Higgins has repeatedly failed to provide satisfactory accountability for these funds. While time will reveal whether Williamstown has been directly impacted by her actions, I hope that, regardless of the findings, the Select Board will take this opportunity to implement more transparent and comprehensive financial oversight practices moving forward. I would also like to raise 2 additional concerns for the Board's consideration. The contract with Orange County Sheriff is currently $90,000 with a projected increase to $110,000 for the coming year. Given that the Sheriff is reportedly restricted from issuing citations due to his own outstanding violations, I believe it is appropriate to review whether this expenditure remains justified. Approximately 3 years ago, the inn on Main Street was sold and subsequently demolished. At that time, other potential investors were unable to submit bids due to the town's requirement that the property be transferred within a limited time frame, in parentheses, I believe 1 year. I'm curious whether the current owner is subject to fines or penalties for failure to meet the conditions of that agreement. Thank you for your time and consideration. Respectfully, Danielle Moffett. That's the
Who
only.
owns that?
Larry,
Larry!
what are you gonna say to that?
And just so everyone's, I'm gonna be very public about this, I received this email at 6:20. 18:20, if you're military time.
Well, it's interesting. If you, I don't have it with me obviously, but I think Roddy could test that. The deal was if whoever purchased the inn would have up to 1 year, I believe, to start reconstruction of it, or
Devil
6 months to demo it. And I think I did it in about 30 days after I bought it. It's set that way since.
It's over a year.
What's
right?
that?
It's been over a year, right? That you've owned it?
It didn't say I had to build anything on it. It said you had to demolish it because it was a health hazard, eyesore. Am I right, Rodney, on that?
Yeah, I was on the board then.
You're on the board too then.
Well, it's not an eyesore, but across from my business is, and that's a different story. Boy, you get stuff cleaned up good for your side. It's just stuff you're gonna see.
Okay.
Let's continue.
What's that?
Let's continue on.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to the agenda. Next thing is, commission, committees, trustees, emergency service reports and other announcements. Anything on that? No. Next item is the approval of warrants, SB 22171. The other one is trucking we did for the town, so I have to recuse myself from that one. So D is the first one. Do I have a motion on that?
I'm gonna recuse myself from that one because it has a fire department line item on it.
So, if one of you three are gonna have to make a motion.
I make the motion to approve. I'll second.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion on that? The warrant? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
And recused.
Clayton, you gotta do the next one.
Okay. You guys had a chance to look at, that's SB 22172, looking for somebody to approve.
Make the motion to approve.
In second,
I'll second it.
okay. Motion made, seconded,
Discussion.
what's that?
I don't have
I don't
discussion.
know.
Any discussion?
No.
No? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay, next item is the approval of pay warrants of 10/19 and 11/2. Have a motion on that?
Make the motion to approve.
Seconded.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion on that?
I abstain because I'm on that one.
You understand, you're all set?
I'll abstain as well, just, I'm on 11-2, I'm not on 11-19, but I have a feeling there's no issues, but I'll abstain.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Okay, the next item is approve the select board meeting minutes of 10:13 and 11:05. Any motion on that?
I make the motion to approve both as written.
I'll second that.
Motion made, second, any discussion?
I just found some errors on 1013. Under David Danforth, it says dispersed new vehicle for transporting non-emergency patients. I just don't know what that exactly means, why they use the word dispersed. I just didn't know if that was correct. And then there's some typos farther down. Motion to approve payroll warrant on 10-6. Cody and Ty or abstained, all one word, so it's Tyler abstained. And town manager's report was not attached to this, and I'm assuming why that's not attached to this, that she is not here tonight. Next page, a meeting, first paragraph, a meeting is being scheduled. Will is just misspelled, it says Whittle. Library trustees, fill the vacancies until, it says Mary 2026. I believe that's May 2026. Am I accurate with that, library? Or actually, it should be March. I lied. It's town meeting. See? Mary, May, March. Take your guess. And then set budget. The next paragraph down should be set budget. And then executive session, it says -9, it should say -9. And that's it.
You got all that, Nate?
I can hand her this one if she wants to see the highlights.
Maybe easier.
I can pass that down. I don't use my highlighter very often. Surprised they found it.
Anybody else have anything?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, next item is town manager report. We don't have town manager at this time, but I'm gonna report as to what has gone on. We have a signed letter of resignation from the former town manager, as we got this last Saturday, and with that, we can move forward to find a replacement. As you know, as the town manager's role was under a contract. It's separate from the town personnel policy. It's different guidelines you have to follow, legal guidelines when there's a contract involved. So with her giving the resignation, it made that a lot easier and quicker and cleaner to move forward. So we've worked with the leagues of cities and towns and the attorney they provided us to make sure everything was done properly with the letter of resignation and proper protocol to move forward to replace that position. Just wait, please. As part of this resignation agreement that the board, along with myself, worked on to get this to come about, we've got still some outstanding FEMA issues out there, ARPA fund issues, some legal issues, different things that would be very hard for a new person to come in and just pick up and go with. You know, they contact people and bounce, and the former manager has agreed to work remotely with whoever we come up with to replace her until December 31st, the end of this year. And she will be compensated till that time period ends for that. And Scott could attest to that. He was in a meeting today I had with a lawyer from Burlington, and he said that was the best possible route for the town for the resignation. So, and I think that's in the best interest of the town. So at this point, I know people have a lot of questions, so we'll take them, but just try to keep it as simple as possible, please. You were first.
So my question is, your minutes from the prior meeting on the 5th, I believe, which involved about 4 people, said that you had offered her a position to December 19th, I believe, is what your minutes say. Now you're offering her a position till December 31st. It looks like you're offering her a chance to clean up her
mess.
before she slips out of her position. You have a person who has been hauled away, shall we say, for embezzlement. And I failed to see, I understand she was working on FEMA projects and has told an umpteen amount of lies along the way as to when things were gonna happen when. Believe me, I look across the street every day and see her said FEMA projects and don't see anything being done. So I'm not entirely sure why she is the candidate that is likely to fix this problem as well as tidy up her own little stuff she needs to tidy up, and why that is recommended, that she be the one to do this.
Well, I can answer part of that question. Immediately following this, the locks were all changed on the town hall. Computer access was removed from any way she could get into the town computer system. And I had a meeting very first thing the next morning with all the town staff, the treasurer and the town clerk, manager's assistant. We're all present, and we went over if there was any possible way any funds could have been taken from our town. And going back to, I believe it was around 2009, we had a similar situation where things didn't look just right. And Roddy was on the board then at the same time as I was. And we went to the state auditor's accounts with the information we had. And he looked it over and said that we needed to do something about it. It was a recipe for fraud, the way things were going. And he recommended different steps to take to prevent that from happening. And those steps were taken, and they're still in place today. Horace used to go over stuff and provide the select board with a report monthly. And I think somewhere along the line with COVID and stuff, that kind of fell between the cracks. And I have talked with May and Jen, the treasurer, to get that reinstated. And it will start begin at the December meeting. It will have all the funds and transactions accounted for. Basically it's a second set of eyes. It protects the town, it protects the treasurer, and gives another set of eyes, which was recommended to do that. Then, on top of that, the auditors review everything at the end of the year. So I can say with confidence that I just couldn't see any way she never had her hands on any of the money except collection of delinquent water, sewer bills, or delinquent taxes, which would be turned over to the treasurer immediately and be posted on accounts. And if money didn't get paid, it would show back up as not paid, and we haven't found that to be the case in anything. So I don't know what else we can do short of that. I've heard us talk about having an audit. Back in 2009, we were told we did a spot audit, which cost about $6,000. They tested about 6% of what was out there. They didn't find anything during that test, but it was only 6%. And they said that to do a full-blown forensic audit, we were looking at $100,000. At the time, town of East Montpelier were going through similar problems, and they did it. They spent the money and they turned up nothing. So we decided at that time not to go that route, follow the recommendations of the auditor account, to clean up the way we were doing things, change the protocols, and that's what we did. I'm just guessing, but that 100,000, today's money is probably 200,000 to do that. And with what we've had in place, I'm confident that it's gonna be a waste of money. So if people wanna vote at town meeting to spend that kind of money, they're welcome to, but I don't think it's anything this board is gonna authorize.
Well, can we get a petition?
And you can do whatever you want. If the people wanna vote to do that, go for it. We have no problem with that, but I don't think anybody on this board is willing to put 200 grand up at this point. So,
2009 was before Jackie started though, correct?
what's that?
She started after 2009.
Yeah, we're too long after that. She's been here 14 and a half years,
So that would be
2010,
after 2000.
11, something like that. Steve, then Mike.
My only question is, if Tunbridge is missing a whole bunch of money, didn't they have some safeguards in place as well? I'm sure they get audited every year as well.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what the town audit, what the state auditor, Kellis, told us at the time. He said where the problems usually arise with this happening is communities with like around 3,500 or less people, where the treasurer and stuff are elected, and then there's nobody watching, they just think that they're doing the right thing and no oversight to speak of. With the larger towns and companies, it happens in companies too. Larger towns and businesses have people in place and protocols in place so that stuff can't happen, so it's hard for somebody to pull that off, but I mean, but I'll be honest with you, the way things were back before things got changed, we were right for the picking, I'll tell you. It just wasn't good. It's been good since then, and I'm very confident that we're gonna be we're in good shape monetary wise. I don't know if the treasurer could help you guys with any questions or.
Did Jackie ever come in and ask you to put money somewhere else? She never came in and said, I want money put somewhere else in different accounts that were already, no.
Mike Gaskell's next.
Yeah, I got two things. First is, we all know damn well if this is your business and Jackie was employed for you, you do a full forensic audit. We all know that, you know that. There's no way to beat around it. The second thing is, if she can take 1/3 of their budget for their fire department, which is $55,000, if she can take $18,600 a year from them without being noticed, you can't stand up there and tell all of us who bust our ass to pay our taxes every year that there's no way she can steal from us. Because if she can do it from that little town, she can do it from this little town.
Exactly.
Either you guys are gonna do the right thing here, which is an audit, or we're gonna file for a full forensic audit through the state of Vermont with a petition, and you guys are gonna make your beds. I mean,
Find a lot of stuff that way.
I'm trying to be respectful, but I'm being honest. You guys have two choices, the right one and the wrong one.
You'll have to, I mean,
And
it's
it'll all show your guys' character on how you handle it. That's
to spend,
$200,000 to figure out whether somebody stole from us or not is well worth it.
Absolutely.
to spend that kind of unbudgeted money would have to be a vote of the people.
Listen, we're paying Orange County, no offense to you, you're new, we're paying Orange County $110,000 a year for a guy who sits across from the school and waves and smiles. I intentionally ran a stop sign right here 9 days in a row in front of Russ. You know what that guy did? Smiled and waved. If we're spending $110,000 on that, we can absolutely spend $200,000 to make sure our money's staying where it's supposed to be. That's all I'm saying, Larry.
I understand what you're saying. You need to understand, we just can't pull $200,000 out of nowhere to do this. If people wanna get a petition up, to have a vote on this, we could do it.
How about getting some prices
I'm not against it, I mean, just saying that we're not gonna
on
go
what?
spend that kind
That's
of
fine,
money.
I'm just being honest with the townspeople. This is what they want, that's why this room's full. I will have one go in.
I think maybe we should get some prices on
Just,
what an audit
you
costs.
need to wait your turn.
I agree with that.
Okay, ma'am, you can.
My name's Kathy Coburn, I was Kathy Hardacre at one point.
Yep.
And I don't understand why we need a town manager at all if we've got 5 selectmen. I mean, you've got an assistant manager, why do you need a town manager? Pay her all that money, plus her phones and all that. We would have the money for the audit.
Well, we've been through votes on town managers, we need one or not, several times over the years. People have always voted in favor of that type of government. The size of our town, cannot be run by just the select board, there's too much,
But
too
we
much
should
that
have
goes
somebody
on.
that lives in the town, pays taxes to our town. Not some, I mean, I remember when Tag was in office from Winooski, for God's sakes.
Yeah, I am saying, Rodney?
Back when, I was on the board, around the time that you're talking about the spot audit, we did a bunch of policies to avoid embezzlement. And because of a small office, not too many people, I mean, we had to move, everybody in the office had part in the procedures so that it wouldn't be any embezzlement. But I don't think the policies are being followed to where it was supposed to be. So,
Can you give an example?
well, everyone, I don't remember exactly who was supposed to do what, okay? But, I mean, even the town clerk was supposed to have a part in this, the treasurer, the manager, assistant, which was assistant treasurer and manager at the time. They all had a certain part. One was to do, payable receivables. One was supposed to do, the payables. That type of thing, so no one person got
Checks and balances.
every part. I don't think that's been followed. If it had been, there probably would not be any questions. And, Tyler mentioned that, tighten up the procedures. You can write all the policy you want, but if you don't follow them, they're no good. My suggestion would be that the board would call for a special town meeting and put an article out that for the purpose of raising so much X number of dollars for the purpose of having a forensic audit. The town votes in favor, then you should do it. If the town votes negative, then, and I think it shouldn't be left up to 5 people.
I would agree, I just got done saying that.
I don't know.
I don't think anybody's against it, we just, we need people to say, yes, the town people to say, spend that kind of money to do this, if they feel that strongly about it.
You can't take it out of your current budget, but they do call it a special meeting.
We can do it. The town, the select board can approve the warning of a special meeting without getting the signatures if we so desire.
So how much does a
That's what
special?
Rodney's getting at. And, we can take we can,
I didn't hear the
The
question.
question was how much would a special vote cost? You would most likely know, this
I mean,
ballpark.
I'm just gonna say, similar to the ATV vote, which was a special vote, we didn't have ballots printed at the printers. But we also counted by hand that night, didn't we, Elaine? We fed them through right in the box instead of the tabulator. It was a yes and no vote, and I think maybe half an hour, we have the results. So the difference is I would probably do it that way versus the tabulator, because it would be expensive to program the tabulator and then make the special ballots to go in the tabulator. So we could cut costs there, it would be a yes and no vote, we could just, I think we got several reams of colored paper with the article on that, and that was the ballot. It was during COVID, and most of the ballots were absentee, only I did hold the election here in this building, which I would probably do again, because you don't wanna close the school down for just a vote. So it would probably be taking place here in this building, and I would probably cut the cost of not even going through a tabulator. The only difference is it would be half the hour of the results versus the 5 minutes of pushing the button on the tabulator of the results. So I'm gonna say, pay my JPs, they get minimum wage for being here and working that day. You're talking maybe less than $500, give or take. I mean, yeah, you're gonna print the ballots, which I would do at our photocopier at work but I'd have to buy the colored paper for the vote. That would be added in. And then pay my BCA to be here from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. and then count by hand, which is, like I said, was it a half an hour? I'm looking at Elaine because she's one of my JVs. It was a half hour, wasn't it? Yeah, we were done. We were done and we had the results of the ATV vote within. So I think that's the way I personally would do it unless people wanted it through the tabulator, then you're talking $1,200 maybe for that.
I don't see any reason to do that. One thing we will have to do, so people are informed, is to get some prices on how much it's gonna cost. So, if the board decides to do that, to go along this route, we're gonna need a few weeks to get these numbers put together, so when we advertise it, we'll have the cost, so everybody knows what we're talking about.
That's right.
Does that sound reasonable to everybody in this room? Sir, you have your hand up.
Why have during the week, why not have during the weekend?
Say that again, please.
Why not have during the week, and you don't have to worry about shutting school down during the week? You do it on a Saturday or.
It's gonna be here. It would
Well,
be,
either way.
Yeah.
Do it during the weekend so you can have the town people be here for it.
you good with that?
I mean, we could, but when I'm thinking if you do call for a vote, it's what, within 60 days, you're talking Christmas time. 30 days? Well, it'll still be around Christmas time, yeah. So I don't know if,
I mean, if the polls usually go from like 7 to 7 or something
well,
like that.
no, I would do it from 10 to 7, how we do our town
10.
meeting would be 10 a.m. to 7
10 to
p.m.
7, that would get people to come after work if they so choose.
Could it be an article on town meeting, seeing as it's kind of so
Well, it
close?
sounds like you wanna do this before town meeting.
But,
Yeah, I think we should.
Town meeting would be cheapest way out. I don't think it's gonna make any difference
I mean, she's
because
gone.
right
You know
now,
it's gonna
she has,
happen.
at this point, she has no access to anything.
Right.
So, I mean, if damage is done, it's already been done, it can't.
Right, they're
Can't
gonna find
happen.
it in March, or they're gonna find it in
So the cheapest,
January.
the most economical way to do it would be at town meeting.
But it could be an article on town meeting day.
It would be an article on the ballot at town meeting, yes.
I think, personally, I prefer that.
It would make it
All
easier.
right, we're gonna keep this, which one's that? Horace, here next, yes.
If you would like me to do what I did before, give me a call. We can talk about it.
Okay. Right now, I've asked May to do it, but it may be better to have someone outside of the office do it.
But the problem is you haven't done
Nothing
it.
against May, but it's just, it's out of the inner circle, since they, so, I already I've talked to Jen about it, and, what we wanna do is, I think that's the way we did it before, correct me if I'm wrong, but, like, say if the first meeting, first Monday of the month falls on the first of the month, the second Monday would be 8th of the month, and a lot of times we don't have all the bills in and stuff to do the previous month, so it would like, if you were doing one tonight, it would be for September, not October, so we're always be, and that gives time enough for Jen and all the bills to come in and stuff, so we have an accurate accounting.
Yeah.
Is that what we did before?
Something like that, yes.
We did it monthly, not every
We
night.
did it monthly.
Yep.
Yeah, and, we'd have to find out what was when and all that stuff.
Yeah. So you're still interested in doing some,
Just what I do at the schools too, so.
oh, you're still doing it, this goes, okay. Well, that's good to know. I mean, you did a great job before as far as I'm concerned.
Right, and that's what kind of concerns me. You said that there was protocols, and he was part of the protocol, but it hadn't been done since 2020. his part. I don't know about it, you said he hadn't done it since
Right.
two
I
thousand.
think around the
So-
COVID thing, it kind of fell through the cracks.
COVID did a lot, yeah, to our world, yeah.
But we are, like I just said, I've talked to staff about getting it back online, and so we'll be talking.
You have people back here with their hands
Yeah,
up.
yeah, we're gonna get to it. I think you're next.
Do you still have something?
I'll wait a minute, Cody,
Okay.
thanks.
Okay, who's next, Cody?
Yeah, right,
Okay.
right.
Yes, please. Yeah.
So if she doesn't have access to anything, how does she do her FEMA work?
Can you speak up just a little bit more?
I said, if she doesn't have access to anything, how is she getting her FEMA work done?
Right, thank you.
She's not doing any work. Only thing that would be happening is if whoever's taking her place had questions, they could call her on the phone and ask specific questions. She has no access whatsoever to the town hall or the town
So she's not
computer.
finishing up, I thought you said she was finishing up FEMA work.
What's that?
You said she was finishing the FEMA work.
So how do you?
No, I said there's still, she was in the process of finishing up on some of the FEMA and ARPA stuff. She has that information in her head or in the computer somewhere that she could guide a new town manager to, rather than have to try to figure out everything that
So
somebody
she's
else
not
is doing.
still have access to files and stuff?
She doesn't have that, she will not have access to files, but she knows where to go look for them, for the new manager can find what he would need, or he or her, whatever it may be. It's just like trying to pick up the pieces if someone died or something. You have nobody to talk to, nobody to ask a question to. There's a lot more goes on than most people realize in town government. It just, they streamline this process better, so.
I had two questions.
I'm gonna tell you right now, May can attest to it, Scott can attest to it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna hand him the phone, and the lawyer has advised us this is the far best way for the town to resolve this. And I'm gonna let Scott talk, because he was here this afternoon.
Basically, he said if the best way to have it play out was if she would resign, and she did. He said that's the best case scenario for us. Keeping her on board so we can ask her questions as far as where to find things, he said that was the way to do it.
Who's the lawyer?
He was somebody that was directed to us from the Vermont League of Cities and Towns.
Is this the one that has always worked with her with the other stuff,
No.
Mark?
No,
No.
he's totally different from Burlington. His name's Brian Moynihan.
Yeah.
These leagues of cities, towns have a pool of lawyers they use.
Yeah, and
In
Mark
case-
is one of her best friends.
Was
I
that?
don't think it's him.
Oh, I don't know.
No, it's not him,
He knew her, but he
but I
didn't.
wanted to make sure it wasn't him.
No, it wasn't.
So there's really no resolution to the mess across the street over on Meadow Street.
We're not talking about that right now. I will get
But
to
the
it.
FEMA mess, exactly. Now.
I will get to that. Anybody have any questions for Scott before
Nobody
we?
wants to talk about it.
So if she's only going to be answering a phone call, how much are we gonna pay her till December 34th to do that? You're gonna have her full salary to do that?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, and that would be more than getting.
So she could answer one question a day and we're gonna pay her full salary?
Say that again.
That's what the lawyer advised us to do.
And the Vermont City League, didn't she sit on that board too?
Mhm.
She just
Yes.
Yes, she did, didn't she?
recently.
Yes.
Recently.
But they have a whole pool of lawyers, and he was just, I guess, drawn out of the pool. That's how it went.
I'm aware, and I'm also aware how audits work. I've worked on many state audits myself. I'm sorry, people, but if you do not do this special ballot and get this forensic audit done as soon as possible, you're not gonna like the results. There are personal relationships on this board.
Yeah.
And, we need to get this done as soon as possible.
Yes.
We have an outside audit done every year at the town.
Once a year.
Once a year we do.
We're talking 14 years she was here.
I know, but once a year, in all that time, has anything come up?
Well, how do we know? They weren't covered up.
Scott,
Yeah.
Maybe.
okay, there's gonna be no talking back and forth, and we'll go through the chair. So, if you have anything more to say it now, then I'm gonna have someone else speak.
You can move on for a moment.
Okay, Helen?
Yes, I know that we asked Jackie if we were audited, and she said no. The library.
The auditors audit the town funds as far as Jen?
We were told no.
That you weren't audited?
Yep, that it was, you know, we were small and,
You're audited every year for.
and why would she tell us that we were?
She lies.
I mean, this.
I think it's the stuff that you guys keep, your checking account and those stocks and bonds, I think that's what she's talking about. She's talking about your own checking account that you guys keep?
Nope, we're talking about when we were on the town budget.
No, you were always audited.
Well, she told us we
And
weren't.
you've always been.
Right,
I wanna make it clear that you know, these are the people having to deal with this shit, but we don't, you know, as far as me, I don't not trust any one of you guys. We just wanna make sure that this whole deal didn't happen to us. And that's the bottom line here. I think you guys are foolish to not do it, I really do.
like I said several times tonight, the board is not against doing this. But we're not gonna spend 200,000 or whatever it takes without voter approval. Now, if we can accelerate this thing by voting tonight to warn a special meeting, do that. But we need to get some money figures, how much this is gonna cost.
I think that would be the best move.
And the cheapest way to do it will be at town meeting. And there's nothing that's gonna change between now and then. She's been frozen from all accounts and not even allowed in the town hall.
I understand that.
So it's up to you how much you wanna spend on this. It may find something, it may not find anything, but it's gonna cost
It's
something.
really up to you guys what we wanna spend on this. Do we not wanna do it and find out in 10 years that she took 186,000 from us? Or do we wanna spend the money now and find out that she didn't, Larry?
Mike, listen to me one more time.
I'm not stupid, you don't have to talk to me like that. I'm
Well,
talking to you
I've been
with respect.
telling you
I
that,
didn't have a personal relationship with Jackie, did I?
I don't know. Anyway,
You helped her move out this weekend.
yep.
Was
She needs
anybody
something
I know
present
she
to-
other
spent the
than the
night at
two
your house
of you?
before.
What's that?
I said, we all know that she has spent the night at your house before.
Let's keep it.
I've tried to.
She
keep
spent
it
one night
quiet.
at my house
You're the one who
because
wants to talk, just
because
like
she couldn't get
you
home.
did.
When
The
you were
roads are
cleaning up-
washed
Never
out.
cheated on my wife, Larry.
Let's keep this to the chair, okay, guys?
That's uncalled for.
Let's keep this professional. We can talk separate if you want later, I'm happy to listen to you.
Talk anytime you want.
I'm not trying to attack you at all, I'm just trying not to get everyone riled up.
We, the people who pay the taxes in this town,
Yeah.
have had enough from certain members on this board.
I'm new here, I'm not trying to pretend I'm anything else, I'm just trying to keep everyone on the same page so we can talk civilly.
Anytime, I've been going to a lot of select board meetings, anytime you have to have a sheriff there, you know you made a mistake.
Mike,
You know,
you said your piece, someone else turn to talk. Elaine, you had your hand up?
I don't know how much the forensic audit costs. You mentioned 100,000, could be 200,000. I just think that we should know at least what the cost of
Right.
any audit is going to be. A forensic one and one by a totally separate entity than any past historical auditors have done. I don't think that it is going to be that complicated for a town this size, for the budget our size, to do an audit like that. But $200,000 does seem, as a taxpayer, a little extreme to me. But I would like to know the figures and not, we're talking
I'll bet
crazy
you-
numbers.
I'll bet you Tunbridge paid it that much. You know why? I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay,
nothing.
This discussion will not happen between two people.
I can talk to the person
Well,
next to me.
if you wanna do it quietly or go outside and do it.
Why don't you go out?
Chris?
I know there's a few people on this side of the table that have served on the select board, and we've elected these 5 gentlemen to make decisions, and I think that asking the voters is a good idea. I think a forensic audit is not gonna change whether we vote on it at town meeting day, or we vote on it tonight or next week. But I appreciate what you 5 gentlemen are doing.
Before we move on, there's one comment about a sheriff being here for a select board meeting. The reason why I'm here isn't, no, I know you didn't. I just wanted, I know you did. Everyone knows you did. I just want to make that one comment there. I'm not here because of the specific issue. I'm here because I'm new to the town, and I want to make myself known. I don't want to hear what you guys have to say. I'm not here because of anything specific to do with the board or anything going on current issues. I would be here regardless because I'm new to the county, or I'm new to the county sheriffs. I'm new to this town. I'm here for that reason. I just want to clarify that one for you. Like, I'm not here for anything else. I get everyone's outrage and concern. I mean, I'd be the same way if I was lived in Williamstown. I don't. I live in Washington. I'm simply here, just so you know, I'm here because I'm new, and I want to hear what the town has to say. It's a town issue, so I can be more acquainted to it.
And what's your name?
My name's Jake Held. I'm happy to give you a card. Jake Held, I got a card here. Just so you know, I'm simply here because I'm trying to work this out.
When this all came to light, I think we'd been 5 minutes into that meeting. And the first thing I said was to Larry, I said, we're gonna have to do an audit. And I said, if only for transparency. And we were all in agreement. I think we all are, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, Rich is next.
Yeah, I'm just gonna follow up on Rachel's question on, her working via the phone. Now, I'm retired, so I don't work in my computer anymore, but if someone called me on the phone and said, where do I find, I need the FEMA for Meadow Street, I do not believe that I would be able to say on the phone without looking at my computer, like, where did I put that file?
Right.
And what is your plan for that? Are you gonna give her access for a minute so that she can look in there? Or how,
No.
is she gonna get paid and not really be able to answer these questions? And you have to think about that yourself, you know. I don't know if you folks work with computers or not, but if you did not have that computer in front of you, are you gonna be able to answer some of these questions?
I would agree, there's probably some stuff she can't do without having access to a computer. But I gotta believe she knows a lot of, she could help out a lot of different ways. I mean, the deal is, talking with the lawyers, there's a contract involved. The contract was just renewed back in August, I believe it was. So there's only 6 months into a 3-year contract. Found a sympathetic judge or jury or whatever happened to come through, if this went to court, town could be on the hook for 2.5 years worth of salary. So you just outright fire her. You gotta have cause, she's not even gonna be arraigned till December 31st. So there's certain things certain things you can and can't do. And like the lawyer advised us, we have chosen the best path forward to resolve this and move on. And I don't disagree with any of your concerns about having the audit. I have no problem with doing it. I don't think the board has a problem with doing it. If we can come to a consensus tonight is whether we do it now or wait till town meeting. It's gonna take some time to get some numbers together as to how much it's gonna cost so people can make an informed vote. And I don't wanna speak for the whole board, but I'm thinking that everybody, what we'd be looking for,
I
right?
think, yeah, the other night we were all in agreement.
Yes.
So,
She hasn't spoken yet.
what's that?
All the way in the back, she hasn't
Oh,
spoken.
way on back, yeah.
Hi guys, my name's Amanda.
I know that because Jackie has a personal relationship to the towns and cities of Leeds or whatever, she's also been employed by. Is there a reason why we can't hire an outside lawyer, or that we're just using that as a resource right now?
We already, that's what we have as an outside lawyer.
That's what we pay them for.
We have, the lawyer that, the lawyer that is advising us has never worked for the town.
Oh, okay, that was what I needed clarification on. Thank you.
What there is, in talking with Leeds, cities and towns, she said that the lady I was talking to said that because Jackie had worked through the league on behalf of the Williamstown, that gets a little bit sticky. And so they've got a pool of outside attorneys that they go to for this thing, and she asked if I wanted to go that route, and I said yes, and then this person called me up and make it even stickier, she was on the board for the League of Cities and Towns, so that's, but we got, former city manager Bill Fraser has been in contact with me if we need any help, you know, in the transition process. He works for the city, League of Cities and Towns, he's there to help out in that capacity, so we've tried to do everything right, and we're going to try, we've got a protocol set up that we're going to be discussing in the executive session about advertising for a new manager, and we've talked to the lawyer this afternoon to make sure we get that right. We're trying to do everything right, and it just takes a little bit of time to work through it all. And it's gonna take a little bit of time to work through getting this vote thing. That's why the question is, we can do it for very little or no cost at all if we do it during town meeting when everything else is being voted on, right, Barbara?
That is correct.
If you wanna call a special one, that probably the earliest would happen would be early January into December, you know, 2 months away. Is it worth spending the extra money for that? Everything, she's been locked out of everything. I mean, she can't touch nothing. Any damage has been done, if any has, it's already been done. It can't happen from here going forward, so.
Can I just add one thing to that? It's a personal comment, but I think everyone in this room came here for transparency around this, and so the more that you guys can publicly share your process and really truly explain what's going on, whether that's even sending out a townwide email or something where people can see that there are resources out there at play that have nothing to do with Jackie's personal connections, that will give people maybe a little bit of ease and give them time to kind of breathe and not bark down your throat about.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, the select board can attest as this has been progressing. They've been informed all along for me what's going on, and Scott happened to be in town hall this afternoon. We're about ready to be at a teleconference with the lawyer, and I asked him to come sit in it so he would know.
Yep.
We're all working together on this to get this resolved as quick as we can, but I mean, it was as much of a shock to us as anybody else. We're working our way through it as best we can, as quickly as we can. I'm hoping, if things work out right, I'm hoping that we'll have somebody in that seat by December 1st, so that's it.
So Helen and then Pete.
Well, I think Steve had been waiting for a while.
yeah.
Steve.
Got two things. One, I think the quicker we do this and get numbers, gotta have numbers before you can do anything. The quicker that can happen, the better, because there's also if, and I'm not saying there is, but if there is something going on, the quicker we resolve it, the better, because we wanna make sure nobody's going anywhere. It would be a lot harder to get it back. And I know it sounds out of this world, but it can happen. And I just don't think that putting it off for $500 is worth it. And I think town meeting's a long ways away from now, because that's not till March. And even if it takes until December to do this, you're still 3 months away from March. The quicker the better.
We need to get numbers.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's the first
before we can warn it, then we have to have the numbers to put on the warning.
Exactly.
And then we have to, like, was it 30 days, Barbara, I think it is, to warn it? Barbara? Is it 30 day, the warning period for the town meeting, for a special meeting?
Yes.
Yeah.
So by the time we get the numbers, by the 30 days, we're gonna be into the first of the year.
Well, this is only the middle of November.
We're 2 months at the least from town meeting, so.
I also have a question, I was just asking Jen, if we were to even vote to do the forensic and it passed, I just asked Jen, how long would that take? And you said the waiting list would be,
It could be a while till you could get someone to come. It's a
I mean-
specialty.
To do an audit back 14 and a half years, I wouldn't be surprised if it took 6 months to a year to get the results.
That's why the quicker we move on it, after we have numbers, the better, because it's
But it-
not gonna get any shorter of a time frame the farther out we go.
It does,
Okay, who's next?
Helen.
Ellen, you're next.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was sleeping. Now, is Jackie gonna get paid her full pay plus her benefits
Yes,
till the end?
yes,
until the end of the
No way
year.
around that?
The end of the year.
the end of the year, this year, not the contract.
No way around it?
Yes, she does.
There's no good way around it, other than I spent a lot of money in lawyers and legal fights, and
She resigned.
she did resign effective December 31st.
Oh,
Pete in the back.
okay.
Which one?
Pete in the back.
Pete,
Just before she came back,
say it again.
so Jackie told you that date, December 31st. That was her date, like she decided that date, that wasn't the board's decision, that was her.
The board originally offered December 19th, and she asked if she could get 2 more weeks to the 31st. After consulting with the legal counsel, and he said any way possible, you can get this resolved by negotiation, it's the best route for the town. So that's where, it was 2 more weeks, and that's where it's at now.
I just wondered.
And we don't have to accept this thing, we can go for a fight if that's what people want, but it ain't gonna be in the best interest of the town.
An offer where you're like, no, you have the end of the month.
It's gonna cost us more, I'd rather put the money towards the audit.
Here and then Mike after.
Yes.
No, I agree with, she's resigned, give her till the 31st of December and off she goes, so I personally agree with that. So how do we get it onto the town meeting ballot? Is that decided tonight? Do we have to
Select
get a
board
petition?
could decide tonight by ourselves to do it, if we choose to, or the voters could petition, I don't know how many signatures you have to have.
It's 10% of the checklist, I believe, which is.
I think it's
yeah,
5.
5%, yeah, okay.
And I know that,
So
because
what's
we
that
did one
number?
for the ambulance,
Thank you.
but anyway. That never got looked at.
Rodney,
What's that number?
So,
I think it's
I guess,
I think she has,
5%.
just a second, she has a
So-
question.
can you decide that tonight? I guess I didn't get a
Yes, we
clear
can. Yes, we
question,
can. We can.
answer on that.
We can. We're looking for-
We don't have to get a petition.
If we decide tonight, there's no, would be no petition needed. Rodney?
So if the 5% of the voters to ask the board to put it on, 15% portion.
Okay, so what's a voter count?
We have over 2,500 registered voters.
So
I don't know the exact.
we'd have to
amount.
have like 112 signatures, something like that for 5%. And like 300 and something to force the issue.
But you can decide either to do that or the other one tonight.
So let me ask this question. I think the consensus of the room that we should do something. Should we try to do it sooner, or we just wait till town meeting and then do it the most cost effectively? Yes, sir?
I think that's what we need a little bit of clarity on, because I think a lot of people are saying we want it sooner, but the specialized vote actually would take longer. Whereas if we were to do it downtown meeting, no one wants to wait, but that actually might sound like it's the soonest. So giving us a little bit of clarity, which it sounds like you've been doing a really good job of that one.
The thing is, it would be an article on, so even though it wouldn't be on the floor on town meeting day, it would be, the article would be on the ballot. So you don't have to be at town meeting, it would be some discussion, but not, you can't vote on it because the article is on the ballot.
Same as the school, like you vote on the school budget and stuff like that.
it's not on the floor.
It would not be a floor vote, it would be, you would have to have it Australian ballot.
Australia, yes, thank you.
But you could decide tonight to do the $500 way with the paper, come down here, do the vote, and you think it would cost roughly $500?
Well, roughly, I mean, I don't know, the cost of paper, I haven't done this since the ATV vote, but that's
Right.
how we did, that we just made
Well,
our
you know
own
it's
ballots. I mean, the board is gonna create the article, that article gets printed on, I can't remember how many ballots I made up.
Sure.
And then
And how
I
soon
would
would that go?
I would probably have the vote here, it's a small article, I'm not closing down school, and I don't think during the holiday time, I really want to be having a vote on a Saturday. So I think it would be during the day, preferably a Tuesday, it could be a Monday, but it would be in this building.
Jasmine,
Can I just ask a question, Barb? How many people roughly voted for the ATV?
It was one of our biggest,
Okay.
it was one of our biggest votes
Was
as
it
of
bigger than, I
today.
guess the big question is, was it bigger than a normal town meeting vote?
Absolutely,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
It was a Washington too.
Jasmine,
Lady right here's got her hand up.
I know.
We see her,
Up
we
there.
see her.
So in the essence of transparency, if you're paying Jackie her full salary until the 31st of December, and then you're also going to be paying her interim or whoever you hire, where's that money gonna come from? Because it's already been budgeted.
Shuffle it around a little.
Yeah, we'll have to work through that. I mean, we don't know how much the new person's gonna cost.
Right, I'm just, people are gonna wonder that at some point, so might as well ask the question.
Well, it will come out of general fund budget in some form or another, but we really don't have much
Yeah,
choice.
no, I get that. I just figured I'd ask the question.
Okay,
Mike, did you still have something you were waiting for?
No, he covered it
Okay.
back there.
yes, ma'am?
My name is Sarah Frey. I am a certified public accountant. I have worked for the last decade auditing municipalities, school districts, and nonprofits. And I currently am the finance director for the city of Montpelier. I think that it was great that you reached out to DLCT and to follow all of their guidance. They're fantastic to work with. And I hope that Bill Frazier can come in and assist here. I have worked under Bill and for the last 2.5 years at the city before he retired, and so I do think that's really important. I have a lot of expertise in this land and would be happy to volunteer to take a look at the books if that would be of value to you all or to help guide. I currently was under Bill and am now working through 50 million worth of FEMA projects for the city of Montpelier as well. So if you would ever like a sounding board, I wanted to volunteer that as a resident of this town. I think it's a value to add, and so I just wanted to publicly say that. I did reach out to all of you, but I got rejected emails for all but Tyler, so I just wanted to say that publicly and let you know that there is a resource in town, and that Bill would be a great tool to the town as we move ahead and come out of this and work with you. Thank you, and thank you for all you do.
Just to clarify, rejected email doesn't mean we rejected it.
Yeah, no.
Okay,
The
that's,
system bounced back.
it means
Okay.
it's a wrong email address. We didn't decline it, okay?
I did.
Thank you.
Yes, thanks for clarifying that, Cody. I did receive a copy of that letter. I do appreciate you sending it. I haven't had a chance to respond. I'm glad you're here tonight, so I can thank you for it. And if we will be reaching out, if we just, things have been moving kind of fast.
I'm living that in Montpelier, so I get it, so just please know that, I know that this is difficult and we face difficulties ahead, but I think, as long as we do it together and with transparency, and I do, regularly work in updated internal controls, and 2009 is a long time to have not updated internal controls. I do that annually for a municipality the size of the city of Montpelier, so. I also have a RFP template for audit work and a long list of CPA firms you could contact that I'm happy to share with you all as well.
Well, we may be needing to talk, I don't know, we'll, basically we gotta get somebody out seated and get this thing up and rolling, and I'm sure if they need some assistance, I will forward them to you. We have had another person also who's worked, that type of stuff, has offered assistance as well, so thank you for all the people that's offered to help in various different ways. It was all as much a surprise to us as anybody else, so we just gotta deal with it. Yes, sir.
Gentlemen, I don't know if this pertains to anything for your hunt for a town manager to help speed things along, but I understand is the Northfield town manager had resigned recently. I don't know if you guys have reached out to see why he has, if he's interested in taking over this town instead.
I can't say any names right now, but we've had a couple really good candidates come forward, so I think, like I say, I'm hoping we'll have someone in the seat right first next month, so we'll see. You know, we got a certain protocol we gotta follow. It's in the personnel policy where we have to warn this position for 5 business days around town and newspaper and stuff. And we're gonna follow that protocol. We're gonna be voting on different things tonight in executive session. So we're following the advice of the league and the lawyers and stuff to make sure we get this done right. So if everybody could just be patient, let us work through this. I think there's many people in this room probably know both of the people have showed interest so far. And I think you'll be pretty pleased with the outcome if it works out. So that's all I can say for right now. Yes, sir?
This town does not need the rejects of Berlin and Northfield. There's a reason why he's gone. He was escorted out of Berlin and he resigned from Northfield. So Schultze doesn't mean to pollute our town as well.
If that's the case, I would agree. So. Anyway, I think, I don't know, the rest of the board, like a good consensus, if we try to rush this vote for the forensic audit, or we wait and try to do it at town meeting. I can show you nothing, there's no way that any more damage can be done than it already has. A forensic audit probably takes 6 months to a year to complete anyway. Wait another 2 months at the very least to do it at town meeting. It's gonna be putting more money into it that we probably don't need to. We'd rather spend it on the audit. So let's hear Julie.
Who was with Jackie when she cleaned out her office? Does she have a police officer with her?
No.
Who was with her?
I was.
Just you? There was no other witnesses with you? Just you and her?
No. I made the town clerk, the town treasurer, the administrative assistant, and all the select boards aware that at 8 o'clock on Saturday morning, I was meeting her down here.
We saw you there
to
with
move
her
the stuff out.
Yeah.
And that's what I
So it
did.
was just the two of you doing that? You didn't think that you should have a third person there? Okay, I'm just
All she did
wondering.
was,
So it's just
she
you
took
two.
pictures off the
Well,
wall, pictures off the shelf, and their personal stuff. I mean,
Well, I just know you
she didn't
personally
take
helped
out.
her with her DWI too.
I
So
had-
I just didn't
I
know
had
if you.
nothing to do with that. I wasn't even on the select board when she had that. Okay.
I have a quick question. Elaine brought up the fact that maybe it would be a good idea to get a cost of doing both the forensic audit and getting another cost of an audit company that we have not previously used. Can we get figures on that before we decide to do the $200,000?
Yeah, I mean, if we.
No, it may not happen, if we find another company doing outside audit.
If we put this out to a vote, we won't do it until we get all this information in hand to have it on the warning. It'll be like, shall the town spend whatever it is to do a forensic audit on a former town manager, something to that effect.
And it may not be 200,000, you just
It
threw
may
that
not,
out there.
it may, I know for a fact that we were told it was gonna cost 100,000 back in 2009. And the way things have gone up, I might be off some, but I don't think I'm off a lot. I don't know. What do you think, Rodney? You were there when I
Was
just,
that for 1 year or for 14? That two?
that was been back, I don't know how many years the former treasurer was worked for the town, but it would have been, I'm guessing 9 years, probably, eight, 9 years. And she's worked for the town for 14 and a half years, so. In order to get a true one, you gotta go right back to
2011.
So
Do
that
you
would
know
be-
if Tunbridge did a forensic audit or whether?
I have no idea what Tunbridge deals is. Rodney?
I just wanna say, a forensic audit goes through everything. But like audit town does now, you know, does spot checks, don't go through every single line item. That's the difference between.
Okay. But if one of the, you talked about the special adjustments or whatever from the 2009 that you were putting into effect, if she hasn't been able to touch that money, it doesn't go through her hands. That's one of the checkpoints that you had to put in.
Yes, she never had to handle the money anyway. The only thing she was delinquent tax collector and delinquent water and sewer clerk, so she would only handle what came in delinquent, and that would be speedily posted to the treasurer and whatever it counted for at that time, so. We talked extensively about it, and, Jen, anything to add to this? You see any way she could have done anything?
I don't, because she doesn't even have authorization to, change anything in the system. It's not like the admin on the system to do, like if she did something on the system or took somebody's money, she could erase that fact.
Unless I missed my guess, I think the situation Tunbridge was that she was the only one handling the bookkeeping and the treasurer, no one was paying attention to it. It's different like in our form of government, way things that the mail comes in, it's open, and the bills get passed down through the department heads to verify that they're legit, and the warrants get produced, and Jen and to select board to approve, and Jen to write out the checks. And she never handled any aspect of the banking or deposits or withdrawals or anything like that the treasurer does, so this wasn't her job.
Got Amanda in the back and then
Chris, then the lady behind.
Pun intended, don't forget property taxes are due next Monday.
Oh, we get to Monday? I wondered about that.
Just, I got a lady up back that's had her hand up. Yes, ma'am, up back.
So I just did a quick Google search of rough pricing for a forensic audit. It's not $200,000. You're looking at $300 to $600 per hour here in the state of Vermont. It's gonna fall significantly below that. So just for a heads up, Sarah can probably speak maybe a little bit on the cost of what forensic audits look like, but it's really not that much in the grand
Yes.
Oh, at one time, and this is just a statement, and I don't know why it happened, but we used to pay our taxes and sewer and water to the town clerk. And then all of a sudden it went over to the town managers.
Right. Is that correct?
I mean, when I first started in '08, Debbie took everything and I was her assistant. So that's how I was taking everything. So it all changed in about 2011. But I was also Bob's assistant. Bob Cleves was the treasurer. So I was also his assistant, so that was part of my job. But in 2011, it all came to an end. So occasionally I get to take a tax payment.
And what happened in 2011?
It's the town manager's job and it's the treasurer's job. The treasurer takes the current taxes the town manager collects the delinquent taxes and water and sewer.
Coincidental, that's when she started.
Yeah.
It is what it is. So, let's do by show of hands, how many people think we ought to move forward as quickly as possible and try to get this vote done around the first part of next year, or hands up? Okay, how many think we should wait until town meeting day?
That too, I'm for whatever.
It's still pretty.
Okay. The select board will, I guess, wages will do it now and get over it, take consideration. One of the board members want to make a motion to do something one way or another?
Yeah, let's see, I wrote something down here. I make a motion that the town of Williamstown does a third-party forensic financial audit from the time Jackie Higgins was hired as town manager to December 31st, 2025.
Yes. Ahead of town meeting.
Your second
ahead
on
of
that?
town. Sorry, yes, ahead of town meeting.
Motion's made second, is any further discussion amongst the board members? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Did you second anyway?
Scott seconded it.
But I would have.
You and I? You and I vote?
Yes.
I guess it's unanimous. Okay, folks, thank you all for coming. It's been a,
We're not actually done though.
well, I mean, if somebody, you don't have to leave, but if somebody wants to leave, they can, but, Tyler, you got something to say?
Oh, I was just saying,
No, okay,
we're not,
well,
I just
okay.
want to know that there's
No,
not
I
actually.
know that most of you are here because of this, but
Yes,
you're
I-
welcome to stay. We got a few more items.
Can I interject real quick?
What's that?
May I say a little bit quick? Before anyone leaves, any questions for me as the new Orange County Sheriff representative? Nope.
I guess that's a no.
I just don't want people leaving and
Hey, no,
they have a
no.
question for me,
How'd you
so.
get off so easy?
It's all good, it's all good. If you stand by the door, you stand by the door, they have to go by you.
Yep, I was.
Thank you for coming, Megan.
Very proud to be.
I did for the Christmas tree thing.
Well, I appreciate that.
Okay,
The agenda got changed a little bit from one day to the next. So did everything else, but. That's right.
okay, we'll just,
I'll be
we'll
working.
take a little break here to let things clear up.
That's okay.
Shirley?
Yeah, I usually stay in my chair.
Oh, see, so you don't own that.
No, about this, no, my business is there.
Okay, we're gonna move on to, new business. The first item was the audit, so I think we've got that taken care of.
I think so.
And then, the next item was the camper on the town, over the town garage.
It's at the town garage, so
Not fast enough.
someone said.
Barbara, you said you know what that's about?
That's Dave's camper?
Oh, the camper, it was my understood, I heard it over the weekend. Dave's son bought actually, Marie's camper that was on her yard on 64. I guess he got as far as 64 down the hill, and it's something about blowing a tire, and it's now at the town highway garage. So Dave's son works for the town, so that's where the camper is staying until the tires, but it's, yeah. Actually, it was Marie's old camper.
So I would say historically, I've learned this all right now. What do we usually do for time frames for people?
We've never had an issue
Oh, no,
with
not
the
exactly.
select board for a blown tire on a camper.
Well, no, but I'm saying like, we'll say
Oh,
like,
I heard
we'll
last
say a
night.
class 4 road being designated, still getting plowed. How often do we usually give time to make sure they
A
do
week?
what? 14, I'm saying 14
Wow,
days.
I mean,
I think 2
I mean,
weeks to
that's
get a
all I
tire
know. I
replaced is
found that out
fair.
last
if they're just gonna have time to fix the tire, but it sounds like it's good.
Yeah, so-
It wasn't intended to go there, but it sounds like it just blew the tire and that happens.
And you may wanna take into consideration that she's having a baby today.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that, congratulations.
So,
It could be a while.
busy.
Well, that's what I'm saying, like 2 weeks, at a fair time.
I'll talk to Dave tomorrow morning and see if we can get it resolved quicker,
Yeah.
sooner than later.
Right, it's not gonna be there very long, I guess, from taking it from Marie's place on 64, I don't know where the tire blew or whatever, but they just took it to the town highway garage.
As long as it doesn't end up on Meadow Street. It already,
If it
it
does,
proceeded.
mine's going right to Larry Hebert's house, and he's staying there for 6 months.
Anyway, I think we're good.
Okay, so the camper issue's been resolved. And,
I believe you.
the butter notification, that's just a notification from Berrytown, Williamstown, and somebody's applying for a subdivision permit. Berrytown, it really has nothing to do with anything, other than just notifying. If somebody,
Is it on?
if somebody's gonna divide the property, if it's, all the adjoining landowners and the adjoining communities have to be notified.
Okay, but it's not actually in the town of Williamstown?
It's not, it's not.
Okay, I read the letter and I
Right,
didn't
it's Peter
understand it at all.
Duchamp's property up on Berry Town side.
So
So really has
It's on
nothing to
Dairy
do,
Road,
okay.
so it's-
I read it and I'm like, pretty sure that has nothing.
So that's really nothing we need to address, Rodney.
Now the Central Vermont Career Center got voted down, there may not be a subdivision.
Say that again?
Subdivision was where they were gonna build the new tech center, if it got approved.
Oh, that's what that is about?
It didn't get approved, so I don't know where that was at.
Okay, let's even make it less of an issue, I guess, then. I didn't know where, I heard about it, but I didn't know where it was going. Okay, there's other item is the Hebert Road speeding. There's a letter in here from,
I've written a lot of
And most of the time, it's the fire department, but not fire department.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I do usually run across Rockland Road.
I don't know how to pronounce her last name, right? Is it Donna?
Zidoniak.
Zidoniak, Tiffany Zidoniak.
Tiffany Zoniak, is she here?
I read that.
She's not here.
Is this it? Right.
That's out of my world.
Okay, she was,
That's state attorney.
she wanted to know if it could be at the next meeting about speeding on Hebert Road.
It's bad.
Hebert, it says on Hebert speed bumps or something. And please let me know, I would like to be there to discuss, so.
We've got 3 kids almost there.
Okay.
But it's where we used to live, and we complain, I mean, they fly up through there, and she runs a daycare. It's all fenced in, but what if one kid got out? And she's wanting to know if speed bumps could possibly be put in, and when will a sidewalk be put up there? We've done the same thing for years.
Few speeding tickets would help.
All I know is,
No, really?
I did hear some talk about the sidewalk and, recently Jackie was working with somebody on that, but I don't know where, at what point it's at. I know the whole town was laid out for sidewalks a long time ago, but
Yeah,
the town voted not to spend the matching money to go forward with it, so.
yeah,
But anyway, I can do some checking on that
okay,
and let you know.
okay.
As far as the speed bump issue, I think that we should maybe just table this until the next meeting. I can't imagine wanting to put a paved speed bump in there just before plowing season. Maybe a little more law enforcement, or maybe a speed sign and,
Yeah,
or I know the roads are 35 miles an hour, unless posted otherwise. It's 25 down below the intersection.
yeah.
Oh, I know.
I'm not sure where that stops and turns 35, but
Where it turns to dirt is where the
When it turns to dirt, Larry.
mile an hour.
what's that?
Where the road goes from paved to dirt up above,
Yeah,
That's where the other,
That's where it turns to 35.
Yeah.
So it's already set at 25, I think.
Ken,
They got the speed signs going down the hill towards Brush Hill, being towards Route 64. Other than that,
I could tell how.
we've got the men,
You know, I
Slow
can speak
things
to
down,
that.
right?
I've only been doing Williamstown for the last 2.5 weeks, so I'm relatively new. I'm working on it. There is only one of us that does Williamstown. You know, we only get 6 times 30 hours a week. That's less than a full-time job for the whole town. So I'm working on it. I'm sitting there as much as I can. I can't be everywhere at once.
My driveway on 64, because they fly by my house like craziness.
So I'll speak to that really quick because I've had a lot of people ask me to sit in their driveways.
I know you can't, but.
Yeah, no, we can with your permission. We certainly can. Don't get me wrong on that one, but with radar, the way radar works, we have to be in line with them within 10 degrees. Outside 10 degrees, here's what we call a cosine effect.
Right there on the corner,
What cosine
every
effect
day,
does is
it's 25, and I
essentially
can give
voids
you a
my
list, and
radar
I know
speed.
exactly who it
In
is.
the village, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, and I'm trying the best I can.
That's
Like I
all.
said, 30 hours a week.
I know.
They're an
It's
hour
not a
grade
lot.
area.
I wish I could do more. Like I said,
They're
that's
like-
barely one day when you talk
Instead of
24/7.
being
It's
fourth
Burlington
gear
area
automatic,
24/7
C7
coverage.
transmission
Um,
at about 7.
And that's what I'm here for.
RPM.
I'm happy to hear what people are talking about, what's going on, where I can work on things. Like, sir, you were mentioning earlier, with just waving through a stop sign. I'm not Russ. I can't speak for Russ. I certainly won't. But
Might not want to try it again.
I would try it again. I mean, if you want me to pull you over and give you a ticket, I'm happy to do so. You know, I got it right my
Oh, I
cruiser
know,
out
I know,
there.
but I've had rough in my driveway.
But part of
People.
what, you know, I don't want you to
Driveway, how
take
many
over
phone
board,
calls I got?
I don't want you to
Yes,
go
I
to their
know.
role. But
I'm
part of the
off
reason
the
why I'm here is
same
to hear some of the things you guys are talking about.
Well, they
I'm
come
new
around
to
that corner
town.
at 50, 70 miles an hour.
I don't pretend not to be.
My house is in the
And
25.
a lot of that comes out to hearing what you guys have to say. And that's a lot of the reason why I'm here. That's 99% of the reason why I'm here. Yes, 1% maybe because there's some recent things going on. I won't deny that I'm not here for a little bit of that. I'm not gonna treat you like an idiot here. But in the same lines, I am here to hear what people have to say. I'm new. There's a lot of history in this town.
Hey, you.
Excuse me, there's someone else that wants
Yeah,
to.
but Jacob Helm,
Yes, me.
I live on Route 64, just across the bridge, actually just on the corner.
Yeah.
Before it goes up to Brush Hill and 64, that's 25.
It sure is. People go 40 all day long.
No, 40, I wish.
Yeah.
You know, I have,
40's the good
I have an extensive driveway.
Yep.
And actually, I've asked Russ before, I've had a state trooper sit there. I had many phone calls of people I know, do you know there's an officer? Yes, I do, as a matter of fact. And everybody loves it. You're more than welcome to park in my driveway anytime, and that's 25.
Yeah, it is, and thank you. And I thank for everybody listening to part of your
It's
driveway.
gonna be a thing about Black Hill.
I just want people to understand there's one of me. There's how many in this town?
3,600, give or take.
36,000 or 3,600 to 1. So I do what I can. And you're not wrong with looping. You're absolutely not wrong with looping. But you understand when I stop, it takes 15, 20 minutes to stop somebody. And that's fine. And then moving on, being the right place at the right time. I get a lot of complaints, a lot of towns tell me, why weren't you here at this time? You know how big Orange County is? Hi.
Give me a uniform and I'll stop everybody on.
Okay, on another note, not only is
You
the
look that
driveway
nice
big
old
enough,
big hat.
driveway big enough, you can be watching Brush Hill, as the
Yep.
cars come down from
Yep.
the school area, that's 25.
It sure is.
That section of 64 up past my house,
Yeah.
heading up
It's
hill.
all, I mean,
That's
for a good,
all 25, so they're coming
good
down,
half
they should
mile.
be doing, and they should be doing 25 coming up the hill.
100%.
And by all means, pull them right over, there's plenty of room, give them a ticket, with your blue lights on, that might at least slow down.
Well, it's hard to
if
give
you
them a
want
ticket with blue lights.
No, put them on. Light them up, give them a ticket. It'll slow the other people down for 20 minutes while you're
Yeah,
writing up that ticket.
I certainly am.
Have at it and you have
No,
my permission.
I certainly am. I'm working on it.
Julie,
This has nothing to do with this, but I have a question to ask you because I've asked you many times. Has the flagpole been fixed at the town clerk's office? Because I was really upset on 9/11 that we didn't have half-mast. And it also was the day that Charlie Kirk was assassinated. And I was told by Barb that Jackie said she wasn't gonna spend no effing money on flagpole. So that's disrespectful, so I'm asking again, has anybody thought about putting a flagpole up and supporting our troops in this town?
Barbara has her hand up.
The thing doesn't work anymore,
The crank, you can't get it
right,
down.
cause
It
you
was
tried,
built-
you marched right out
I
there,
did,
you were
and
gonna
it was
lower it
built
right
in
then,
probably
you found out.
1800, so I think it's time we get a new one.
Well, Eric Erickson, he used to be on the fire department, he's no longer here, he lives in New Mexico, that was his job, he would.
Take the fire truck, right?
Well, that's to put new flags up, but yeah,
Oh.
but yes, he took the fire truck with, the ladder truck. But that was Eric Erickson's job, he did the one here at this building, and he also did the one at the town hall. Most of the time, you have to have staff, and you can't get to it because there's snow on the ground, but the thing does not work, and you tried it, and
I did, I went out.
verification.
Yeah, no, it's a piece of shit. Sorry, it's a piece of shit and needs to be fixed.
Well, I would agree with you, Julie. I'll, see what if I can get someone to
Which
take a
Julie
look at.
last time. I've called you, this is the third time, and that's what you told me, you're telling me the same thing.
Okay, well, this is the
I'm
first
gonna
time
show
I've
you-
heard about it, and I'm a veteran too, so I'll tell you, it means a
Well,
lot
then
to
you
me.
should notice that
With that,
as a
exactly,
select
so
board.
I will also do my due diligence to see where we're at and get the damn thing fixed.
I guess something that has nothing to do with anything, but so I
Yeah,
can.
it's a lot of work.
Right before Pike, there's that rest area full of junk that people.
How do we to old business for that?
Why, Jules?
We'll talk with old business, that'd be better for old business.
What is that?
Next.
I think, I don't know if I'm exactly positive, I'm sure I'm not right on this, but I'm pretty, there was a discussion.
Yeah, Tyler
About-
said you had talked about it, cause I said something to
I
him.
think the state's gonna be closing that off, so they can't use.
When are they gonna do that? Are
It's-
they gonna pick up the
it's-
garbage
it's a
before
state-
they fill it in?
It's
I
a
mean,
state highway, it's not town highway, so it's a state issue.
The
But
turn off?
yes, it's state right away.
Night.
We'll,
Can we get them on there because
let me
I
just-
saw somebody peeing in
let me-
that
we'll-
one day
we'll give
driving
the-
down.
We'll give the new manager the task of checking that out.
Because it's disgusting.
Yeah, I would agree.
And
There was that one, and there was several other ones that Dave mentioned that somewhere in the town right away, but that one is in the state right away.
yeah, it just is, you know,
I think
really,
there
I
was-
went by in the middle of the day,
I think
somebody's
there was 3 of them.
out there peeing.
Chelsea Road, bottom of Chelsea
Turn off
Road.
right before Pike Industry.
Yeah, that was 2, one other one.
Probably the one down here at 14.
That's the one she started.
I've seen a lot.
I think he'll be in next week and talk about outside more, so we'll talk to him about that at the same time.
Before they do anything with
Okay.
it, it's disgusting.
Oh, so roadside mowers is not done
I'm
tonight?
not reading that.
Okay, so I guess the Hebert Road thing has been resolved at this point to see what you come up with, see if you can
I
slow things down up there.
I will do what I can. Like I said, there's 3,600 people to me at 30 hours a week. You guys can do that math.
Sounds like, it doesn't sound impossible,
Well,
it sounds like a
I've
challenge.
got a blue light.
Absolutely, I'm all up for it.
I need to walk faster at night.
Deputize me, I with a blue light on. and-
Everyone in the world tells me I talk too fast, so I really gotta slow down, but you know what, I can talk even faster.
Well, so just write faster, write as fast as you talk.
Problem is I gotta make sure I can write so everyone can read it, including the judge and judiciary.
Okay, Larry.
Okay, so, there's no old business. We are gonna have to have a executive session, so I'm gonna go around the table now. You have anything, Tyler?
No.
Scott?
Nope.
Clayton? Cody?
Larry, announce that the office is closed tomorrow.
What's that?
The office is closed tomorrow.
Barb's taking tomorrow off.
The office is closed tomorrow.
Holiday tomorrow.
Holiday.
Yeah, oh, okay, you got it. Tell me, town office is closed tomorrow. If anyone's thinking about bringing taxes in, you'll have to wait till Wednesday. Roger?
I just wanna thank the select board for, doing what best they can do for the situation that, you know, dumped in your lap.
Thank you.
Just wanna say I appreciate what you're trying to do.
We're trying.
We're doing the best we can.
Trying to do the right thing.
I think it kind of caught everybody off
Thank you.
Right, wait.
And to be patient with all of us, cause we're like me and Jen are doing jobs that we've never had to do or even been trained to do. So we're all in a learning process, so be patient with all of us in the office for right now.
Especially this time of year with taxes, people coming in, this place is a zoo down here most of the time, and they've all worked great with me, and we've worked together to just try to get through this thing, and I'm very, very proud and happy that we have the staff we do. Mike?
I just wanna say that, you know, it doesn't matter who was in Jackie's position, it just happened to be Jackie that did it. If it was you, if it was my father, I don't care, I would be asking for the same thing. It's not, you know, at least with me, it's nothing personal. I know me and Jackie have had a rough past, but it's nothing against Jackie. It's somebody was caught doing something wrong that could be affecting our town, and that's all we're looking out for.
Yeah,
So I'm not trying to get ass about anybody.
I totally understand, and when, you can ask Barb and Jen, they were there when we first heard about it. We went in the back room, I asked her point blank, she did it, she said yes. And I said, well, I can't see any way you can go forward for the town with that. And she totally agreed and understood, and she's been cooperating to try to get through this thing. And we will get through it, and things will be okay.
Absolutely, and I think you guys are all doing what you need to do, but there's a lot of speculation and rumors, and clearances.
There's nothing I haven't heard before, except for this, a new chapter, I guess. So, anyway, thank you everyone for coming, and we appreciate it, and we'll take a break here for 5 to 10 minutes, and we're gonna go into executive session. Hopefully, we'll have a good outcome to report in the next few weeks, so, thank you.
Need a motion to take a break and then.
Yes.
Yeah, what do you, make a motion.
Make a motion.
Seconded. No, we don't adjourn after, just make a motion, and we take a break.
Take a break.
15-minute break, 10-minute break.
10-minute break.
I can push you up.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, all in favor?
Aye. 8:46.
Goddamn better pen than that.
Here, get you a little bag.
Yeah, a little, yeah. Maybe. I'll bring you one too. Yeah. I got bigger guns than most of these guys. Lights going down, they ain't lights. Yeah, it's got like a power on or off and then just a mute switch. I'll just sit here.
knows everything we're gonna talk about anyway, so.
Rodney allowed or not allowed?
Roddy's fine.
Okay.
He knows, he's been down this road many times. Unless somebody doesn't want him.
No, I wanna make sure that we
So we're still recording, we have to we gotta make a motion to go into.
We already made a motion.
We made a motion, take a 15
take a
minute.
break.
Okay.
Then go into executive
Alright,
session.
sorry, so.
And then going, so we're in it now, so.
Yeah, we're
We're
gonna
not
start
in
right
it
now.
quite yet, because we have to make a motion.
We're ready to start now.
So I make a motion to go into executive, we have not made that motion, correct?
Scott did, he said,
Okay,
take a break, then go into the executive session.
okay.
Okay, so let me just I'll take my hat back off.
Okay, the first thing we come out of executive session, the first thing that we need to vote on is whether or not to accept the resignation of the town manager with the stipulation that we would continue her salary till the end of the year, December 31st. So somebody can make that motion.
I make a motion to accept Jackie Higgins' resignation.
I'll second that.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
I was just gonna write before we do it, just so that everyone can see it, or heard it read. It says, "Dear Williamstown Select Board, please accept this letter as my resignation as town manager effective December 31st, 2025. I want to thank you for allowing me to serve the town for the past 14 and a half years. I appreciate your kindness during this trying time and respect all of you for making this transition as easy as possible. I have agreed to assist the new town manager remotely to the best of my ability. Best, Jacqueline Higgins."
Okay, so we voted.
So, motion second discussion.
Okay, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, okay. Next item was,
Person.
okay, we need to, vote to authorize select board chair to pursue, upgrades to the personnel policy along with the, town manager's contract.
I make the motion, we pursue that.
I'll second that.
Motion made and seconded, any discussion?
Just one question, once it's all renewed, we vote on that it's correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
Just to go start the process.
Basically, the process started, then it goes through.
Everybody will be contacted and everything's done and approved
Okay,
before.
then okay, perfect, yeah.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Next thing was,
Warning about transition to post the position.
okay, we need a motion to warn, around town and, newspaper and internet about, recruitment of a new town manager position for the recruiting a new town manager, as per our personnel policy, current personnel policy.
I'll make a motion that we post the position for the new town manager as per our policy says.
Your second on that, motion's made and second. Tyler seconded it. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay. I will let you know what I find out tomorrow and about tomorrow night. We'll go from there.
Oh, there we go. Is that where we go?
That's it.
I figured, you usually like to ask the final, the motion to.
Now we get adjourned.
Yeah, he was usually the one that wants it, so I was gonna let him do it.
Let's do it. Now's your time.
I make the motion, we adjourn.
Okay.
Second.
Wait a second. Motion made second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I didn't want to take away from you.